Night. Uh, Tonight's session, or this video rather, um, we'll teach you guys how to trade gold, Asia session. I believe it's the best session for gold, um, especially if you have 9 to 5. You come home and you can get good trades from gold. So let's go in and really see happening on the charts. So this is a weekly time frame. We've had consecutive weeks of bearish price action with strong rejections from out of this area. But yet still it's been consecutive bearish candles. So the weekly time frame we had this small clear valley gap and also can be classified as a weekly CRT model based on this the week before high getting run and closed back within the range. Now we know your target opposing liquidity of 50% of this range, which definitely got hit. Definitely got hit, and we're in a good area. So now let's drop down on the daily time frame. So for gold, how to trade gold? You come in on the session. The first thing you want to have is a daily bias. Now you need to determine what the day holds for you. You can determine that by how the previous day closed, and then you can develop your trade idea or your trade bias, daily bias, session bias, daily bias, whatever they call it, um, from the higher time frame. So here we can see that the previous day had closed below. It was a liquidity run, so the market is heavily bearish based off this close. So now the ideal thing to do is to come in and target previous day low. So we have a daily low right there, and we can just plot out the daily high. Drop down on the 4 hour. No, this would have been previous day low. Drop down on 4 hour. You clearly see that the market was trading out of a 4 hour fair value gap again with a CRT model. Target 50% of that range. Definitely got hit. An extension below. So heavily bearish market based off market conditions. Clear liquidity sweep to the lower and this is a A plus setup in this fair value gap. So now my goal is to come in and plot 4 hour lows, all liquidity points relative to price. And drop down on the 1 hour. So coming into the market today, came in at 5-6 thereabout this candle. We can see again that a clear sweep of this liquidity and heavy bearish closure. But let's come into pre-market, analyze what pre-market is like. So here would have been pre-market. So we see that market open. Which high is this? Is this a 4 hour high? That round. Oh, it's a 4 hour high. So let's plot that. So all of these liquidity are relevant to price. So we know that we are bearish, and the rule I have for being bearish is that before the market can go lower, it needs liquidity from buy side. So take buy side liquidity, whether it's a filling an imbalance and then trading lower. So here we can see pre-market we ran a 4-hour high. This is paired in a 15-minute fair value gap. Let's go down on the 3 minutes. So you see here, we took this 4-hour high in this 15-minute fair value gap. We had an inversion right here. Along with a change in state of delivery. And all of this was paired later price action, this fair value gap. So again, coming in with a trade like tonight, knowing that we're heavily bearish, we're targeting previous daily. So it's for sales. Right here, you get this change in the state, retest. Let's say you get, you feel your stop, feel your position right here, stops up there. Now, we'd have run significant periods such as this 4-hour low, we reacted. We run this 4-hour low again and we reacted. Market reacted from this 4-hour low, trading into this fair value gap and traded lower. But also on the 15-minute time frame, we can see that this 5-minute fair value gap that we have right here also this 5 or yes, this 3-minute fair value gap is it's also established on the higher time frame or mid rather 15 minutes. So it's there. It's an area of interest. So this imbalance being filled, we already took liquidity, buy side liquidity in a fair value gap, pairing it with a liquidity sweep, inversion, getting the change of state of delivery. So we already know that now market has shifted its direction from being bullish by taking out that liquidity and thus ready to trade lower. After this retest, again, you could get your first entry right here. You close retest up here, or you wait for this 15-minute fill. Stop loss can be trade, can even put at this extreme low, or somewhere in between, right here. First target, the target for the night ideally for gold would be previous day low. As you can see for this trade, the market took out previous day low and reacted so much that it traded back up into the 15-minute fair value gap paired with this order block and distributed again once more. So the same trade, sure you can find a setup here on the 3-minute. Let's look for it. Okay, so inversion, changing the state of delivery. And if we take a trade right here, this close and pull up. Ideally, I want to get it something, a bit choppy. Even if it enter the close of this candle, pull back on you, stop twisting right up there. Just see if we could run 7 p.m. This could be a target. And also on the higher time frame, we had more liquidity resting down below. So we had this trade previously already, but in the 4 hour, it was this low right here. And if we go back to the weekly time frame, we still can anticipate maybe a full retracement of getting these relative equal lows created this fair value gap right here to get a reaction to go back bullish. So prime liquidity right here as well for the charts for gold. So yeah, it's just taking trades in alignment with the higher time frame. The only thing, you don't need anything else really. Even this trade, you could hold this trade, you get a pullback, but even here, a trade right there. We hold this. Ideally, want to this pullback would have been nasty. It was nasty rather. But again, the market gave so many opportunities tonight. It was ridiculous. But let's see if this one took out. Okay, so this at this era was just a retracement in the previous 1 hour candle, which ideally I want to see a move like that, just feeling an imbalance, which would have been this fair value gap being filled. But we also had these order blocks. This area of order block right here on the 15 minute would have established as this big candle. So ideally this still a bearish market. And as such, I definitely see the validation of this changing state of delivery and anticipating bullish structure to fail after testing this order block right here. So can hit that there, delete that, and one more cells. So we got an inversion. So changing state of delivery, you see a fair value gap which got retested. Beautiful. One more cells. Stops trading there and targeting that. 3 beautiful trades. And in a night like this, you don't necessarily have it's such a bearish market that it came with little resistance in regards to establishing the draw, achieving the draw liquidity. Though each for gold, it's a very volatile market, and as such, daily lows, 4 hour lows and highs are very crucial key areas in the market, and as such, we'll always get heavy reactions from them. Even here earlier in the market, when it took out the 4 hour lows, we got a reaction back up. It took out the daily low, we got a stronger reaction back up. right? Sweep back the lows that took out the previous day low, reaction back up, and then running this 4 hour low that we had plotted all the way over to the left and reaction back up as well. And yeah, this is ideally how gold is. It's definitely a market that you have to you have to make your considerations, or you have to be aware of the market condition and liquidity points. You can make a lot of money when the market is good, it's great. But ideally, from my experience, trading overall without a system, without a plan, without rules, will all crumble if you're not patient and if you're not following the same things that you've set out to help you in this industry. I am no trader. This is just a small clip reaction of price action for today, the 23rd of June, Asia session. Beautiful delivery overall. And I'm sure a lot of people made a lot of money tonight because gold has just been selling. I'm no trader. See you guys soon in the next video. Peace.